Hey, welcome to the IntegratED Tech podcast. I'm David Berner. I'm joined with Megan Diede and Kara Rigsby. Happy to have them with us. They're going to talk a little bit about your company, but you've also been at ISTE. This is your first time at ISTE, and you presented as well.
Yeah.
So let's get into the first thing here with ISTE being the first time here. What's your experience been like this first time?
Yeah. Someone mentioned this conference is like the Super Bowl of education, and I probably could agree with that because you first walked in and the energy of the entire place is just uplifted. Tons of amazing ideas and sessions and educators. Just so far, so good.
Yeah, I would second that. It's just with it being so large, you worry the overwhelmingness of it all, but it's been really great. People have been extremely kind, so helpful, and yeah, it's been a great experience so far.
Awesome. Can I talk to you a little bit about what's your perception of like getting across the convention center? 'Cause this comes up a lot with guests that we have. Like even ones that have been here, they're like, make sure you plan accordingly because you're going to have a session that's happening next, and it's going to be across the convention center. You're not going to make it, right?
Yes.
So,
well, we didn't plan ahead as well coming here. So the night before, we flew in super late, and I was like, I'll just quick look at the session guide. There's no quick look at that session. It's like
There's
what
not.
sessions to attend. So we kind of just took the first day of going around, and we discovered a whole new section today of the conference. So that was exciting.
Yeah.
what was it?
The main stage.
Oh, okay.
The main stage
That's a
area.
good one
Yeah,
to
the
discover.
Like the poster
Yeah,
area.
the poster area. So
Yep.
it's been a wonderful experience.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's so big. Like we had no idea that there's like a whole nother like corridor of stuff happening.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of fun this morning. Like, oh, this is where some of this is. So, it's huge, but that also kind of is kind of cool because then there's going to be something for everybody to be able
Yeah.
to pick and choose kind of what's going to fit best for them. So.
Yeah.
Definitely leave some walking time in between, but it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty wild too. I mean, there's so many different sections. Have you figured out what your favorite section is yet? Like posters, playground?
Yeah, we've experienced a little bit of like the sessions and then like the quick talks, where they call them turbo talks.
Oh, yeah.
Those are cool to just kind of walk by and get a glimpse and stay if you need to or keep walking if you don't. So they've been great.
Yeah, I would say the sessions have been great, and then even the presentations in the exhibit booths as well have been really cool because then you could just get real-time information on that product or that idea or whatever, so that's been really fun too.
Cool. So let's talk a little bit about, you did your session yesterday.
Yeah.
Can you talk about, so what's the name of the session, and then what's like the main goal of that session?
Oh, sure. Our session was called the Engagement Blueprint. The main goal of that is to help leaders and educators take what they're already using for their curriculum and their instruction and do small shifts to meet the needs of students. Multiple access points, creating experiences, and I think that it went really well. We had great feedback on it, lots of participation, amazing educators joined us, so
Yeah, it went really well. And like she said, it's really just focusing on that instructional design and student engagement and how we can help leaders and educators better their design. So.
Okay, and is part of the idea of that is like quick win type things where it's like you can increase engagement in these ways, like by doing certain strategies or things. Is that kind of the focus, or?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of say that engagement isn't a strategy, it's the outcome, right? And so we kind of give ideas that you could take your instruction and put in different pathways, like movement or auditory or visual arts, and how you can make those small adjustments to what you already need to teach, and get that engagement up, which then of course leads to student growth and behaviors go down. It's just the umbrella of that.
Awesome. Okay, so outside of the sessions, your company that you've got, IntegratED
Yeah.
LLC, right?
Yep.
So what do you do with that company? Do you have a website? What type of things do you want to plug?
Yeah, Integrated EDU was born because we, as educators ourselves, we spent over 15 years in the classroom already, and when our teaching started to become a little bit more challenging, we needed a better way to instruct students. So we came up with that idea, and then it just blossomed. Educators were loving it, was really sticking, leaders were taking us in, so we created IntegratED. It is just us. The company is Kara and I, and we just, we're consultants. We go in and help schools and districts implement different curriculum and how to use it more effectively with those designs. We go in a lot of times and we do back to school, you know, how to be engaging for your students. So it's just kind of blossomed into that.
Yeah, we will go in and speak. We'll do back to school. We do 1-day trainings, 2-day trainings. We also do long-term consulting just around that idea of effective design to engage students, but also to help students grow. So that way your data also reflects that.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. And you mentioned earlier, you said you're like on a bit of a tour. So can you talk
Yeah.
about a little bit, like where are you going?
Yeah, so we're kind of in the middle of our summer tour right now for Integrated. We were in Dallas for an amazing conference called Elevate. It's for pre-K to teachers, high energy, just wonderful educators there. Then we got to come here, so we're here at the ASCD and ITSE conference. Then we head on over to Innovative School Summits. They're a wonderful conference. We do Vegas and Nashville. And then back in our home state, Wyoming, we have the Wyoming Department of Ed. So
Called TeacherCon.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So, and then what type of things do you have, like with you have a website, you've got where people can go and check that out to connect with you?
Yeah.
Where can they do that at?
Sure. So they can go to IntegratedK12.com to kind of see what we're about and what we have to offer. We also have free resources like a podcast that we put out once a month with classroom happenings and application. Where else are we?
And the name of the podcast is the same name?
It's called IntegratED. We post everything on YouTube. It's also housed on our website as well, so 2 different access points there. We are on socials all over. We are on Insta, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, anywhere that you have social, we are there.
You can't find us, you weren't looking hard enough.
And you will find us under Integrated K-12 or Integrated EDU.
Okay, and then are you still doing you're doing some collaborations you had mentioned too, like with, you've written with Matt, shout out to Matt Miller,
Yes.
friend of the show. So are you still writing for that, or what are you doing with that partnership?
Yeah, we had collaborated with Matt, and we had posted on his blog. He was so generous with that, which is amazing. But we kind of paused with any collaboration with writing because we actually wrote our own book, and it's recently published called Elevated Educator.
Okay.
But we do like to collaborate with just other educators and other speakers on lots of different things, and we're always open to that.
All right, well, Megan, Kara, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Make sure you follow them on all the socials. Check out the book, check out the website, Integrated LLC.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you
Thanks.
for having us.
Thanks.